Up north to Tamale, the Paramount Chief of Tamale, Gukbegu Na Al-Hassan Abdullahi, has called on his sub-chiefs to see to it that the law deals with persons implicated in the sex tape scandal in the area. At a press conference early on today, the chief instructed the people not to take the law into their own hands. Joining us with more detail on this is our regional correspondent, Hashmeen Mohammed. Hello, Hashmeen.
Yeah, hello, Kemini.
Did the chief explain what he meant by informing or ordering his sub-chiefs to see to it that those implicated in the sex tape are dealt with?
Well, thank you very much. Well, Kemini, if you recall, earlier, somewhere last week, the Tamale, the Pema, who is also a chief under the UK, issued a directive that the guy in the sex tape and together with the lady will be banished from Tamale. Now, the Gupegu chief, who is the paramount chief of of Tamale, whose decision is taken finally in so long as Tamale is concerned, this morning met with his cabinet. They dealt with the issue, and then lawyers of the palace did education about the said issue. And then after that, the Gupegu chief issued a directive that even though that issue could have been dealt with traditionally, the Constitution forbids the lay-down procedures, and according to him, the Constitution is subservient to religion and tradition, and for that matter, they should allow the security agencies to deal with the issue. Now, he's also calling on the general public to support the ladies to recover. He said that the recovery process of the ladies is going to be slow. Now, he's also calling on traditional and religious leaders to intensify their campaign on social media.
Does it mean that those involved in the sex scandal are no longer banished?
Well, that directive, let me make this point very, very clear. That directive that came earlier on was not coming from the paramount chief of Tamale. It was coming from the Tamale, the Pema, who is also a chief. By the education we had from the Gupegu Palace, the chief is the chief priest of Tamale, but not the paramount chief of Tamale. But this time around, this directive that we are talking about is coming from the paramount chief himself, Na Abdullahi Al-Hassan. And he is saying that banishing the lady,
of course,
yes, according to the advice he has gathered from
is unconstitutional. Now,
it's unconstitutional.
Tell me something else. What were some of the reactions that came up after this?
Well, apart from that, he is also calling on the Ministry of Gender and Social Protection to find a way of getting counseling for the ladies, and then they also call on the security to look out for the perpetrators who continuously circulate the nude pictures in people's mobile phone and then in the social media. For him, those are the people they should be looking at, and then allow the law to deal with them as required by the Constitution. He's saying that anyone who attempts to incite the general public against the said ladies, that is in contrary to the Constitution, will be dealt with, and the police will not come to the rescue of any resident or any chief, irrespective of that status, because the law is bigger than any other person in Ghana.
Right, Hashmi, thank you very much for that update. Hashmeen Mohammed joined us from the northern region.